have got something to share with you. So let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. First things first, our guest is not here today. I know, I've never met a WWE wrestler either who's a woman. Anyway, Sasha Banks was scheduled to be on today's show to sit on the couch. We were going to meet her. I was going to ask her to flex her muscles and her calves and stuff, ask her about her love life and all like that. But after midnight, shortly, the bureau in Hot Topics phone rang. And yeah, it's a 24-hour show, everybody. The bureau phone rang, and it was Sasha's people saying that she has to cancel. I have no idea why. I hope everything is okay. We're here for you until 2020, Sasha. So, yeah. Okay, enough of that. The most important thing about this entire day to me, the entire day, this show, anything I talk about in Hot Topics, anything I eat, which, by the way, I had lump crab with red onions, with Utz potato chips as the raft for breakfast. This beats that. You know how I love the fashion, and I love a handbag. Because to me, handbags never turn on you, you know what I mean? Your clothes, you get fat, you get thin, you hate them, they go out of style. A good investment in a good handbag will never do you wrong. From 22 to 92, that bag, it's like cost per wear, and I'm a bad girl, and I must admit that they are my splurge. I got a couple of the crocodile Birkins, and I love the Catherine Bauman bags. Do you know those crystal Catherine Bauman bags? And yeah, I love those, and Judith Lieber makes the bags. I love them. But honey, baby, let me tell you, there is a woman in our building right here who's a huge fan of this show, hold on, who happens to make handbags custom for very wealthy people. And I'm not talking about a crocodile Birkin. I'm talking about the most expensive bag in the world. Fact. Wait, hold on, fact. It's worth $6.7 million. Hold on, fact. She loves our show so much that she refused to show it to anybody, and all the biggies, the Good Morning Americas, everybody wants this woman on the show. She said, nope, not until I go to Wendy. I know! Hold on! There's more to the story. And then we'll talk about Felicity Huffman going to jail. P.S. I think 3 years should do it. But look, I think she'll probably only get a few months, but anyway, back to the bag. So, not only is it $6.7 million, you wonder who's gonna buy a bag like that, right? And I'm thinking, well, Liz Taylor is dead. Diana Ross doesn't buy bags like that, I don't think. So who is buying this bag? It's not gonna be Demi Moore or, you know, some random actress or something. I'm not saying Demi Moore's random, but you know what I mean. $6.7 million, honey. The clasps alone are made of Cartier earrings that, you know, the clasp that, wait, hold on. You know the clasp, ladies, that close your bag? Each one, like the bags are made of like scraps of the best material around the world. I just want you to know that. It's not like one material. The clasps are made of genuine Cartier earrings valued at $300,000 a piece. $600,000 just to close the thing. I want to know who this billionaire baroness is. I want to know, does this woman, maybe she bought me a, you know what? No. Anyway, so she's going to be out here. We're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to do a segment with it. My mouth is drooling. All right. So, right? I can't wait either. I don't even want to touch it on account of I'm clumsy. If it drops, I ain't buying it. Wow. So Felicity Huffman, okay, you guys saw this, right? Looks like she's going to jail. Well, she pled guilty yesterday for her part in the college cheating scam. By the way, she was very eloquent in her speech. I mean, you know, and she's accused, she and her husband, the actor, right, him.
Yeah, just
William Hurt, accused of paying $15,000 to rig their daughter's entrance exam. Now, their oldest daughter is currently a senior in high school. Then they got a younger one who's like 8 years old. Rigged the exam, $1,000.
Yep.
And the prosecutors recommended that, they're probably gonna recommend that she does like 4 to 10 months in prison. The speech that she gave was giving herself, well, she blamed herself for everything. She's like, you know, I apologize to my family and my friend. Just take a look at this. Wait, it's a quote?
It's a quote, yeah.
Oh, there it is, okay. Wait. I'm ashamed of the pain I've caused my daughter, my family, my friends. I want to apologize to them and the students who work hard every day to get into college, and to their parents who make tremendous sacrifices to support their children and do so honestly. Well, you know what? I know. All of a sudden, I got a mushy heart, and we only want the best for our kids. And if you squint your ears and your eyes and you think about it, if you had the money, wouldn't you for your kid? Oh, well, our son already told me and my husband he would condemn us for life. You know, for making him, you know, for doing that and acting like, you know, he can't do it on his own. And, you know, and he's like a C student. He gets B's also. Every once in a while there's an A. But that's a struggle, you know what I mean? But at least he went to the school he wanted to. He got it in on his own. And you know what? He's a C, B, A in school on paper, but it's not that, because the paper goes away. It's who you are as a human being in life. He's a good kid. But to be fair, we wouldn't even be talking about this if if the economy wasn't so bad, if politics weren't so, you know, dicey these days, if the world wasn't going to hell at this particular point. You know, you change the channel, what do you see? Hell. Except when you get here. Except when you get here. You know, to me, my heart softened. I said, all right, you know, give her 3 months and a hefty fine and, you know, send mom on her way. But in reality, if I was a parent, you know, and in these times that we live and our kids are struggling, you need 3 years. You need to be punished. The prosecutors, the prosecutors have to punish them because of the public outrage is what I'm feeling. Like, are you outraged? Clap if you're outraged. But clap if perhaps her speech softened you, and that's part of her speech. It was actually very long. And that she should do maybe 3 months in a community service. Clap if you think she should get 3 years. That's what I'm saying. People are angry. People are angry because, you know, the rich people seem to be getting away with everything, and everybody else is, you know, scum on the show. So now, this is Lori Loughlin, the other one. Lori Loughlin, her husband, Massimo, the one with the good stuff at Target that's cheap. We love it, we love it. She and her man put in $500,000. And her kid is that bratty girl with the YouTube who, I don't even want to go to college. I just want to party. Oh my God. Well, they have yet to plead guilty, but I'm sure that their people are telling them, you better plead guilty. Do you see what just happened with Felicity? And she didn't do half the bad that you did in terms of the money. But reportedly, Lori and Massimo, one of them or both of them, they're facing a minimum of 2 years in jail, which I like to call prison. It sounds more dangerous. And it better not be Camp Cupcake. You know, one of those good places. Yeah. We'll follow the story. And the bag is in the building, and so my producers were like, do you want to see it? We'll bring it in. And I was like, no. And they're like, well, here's a picture of it. I'm like, no. I don't want to see. I'm going to be a surprise at you. I can't wait. But I do have one thing to say to you that they told me. I said, well, how big is it? Because I'm thinking for $6.7 million, it should be at least, like, you should be able to carry all your crap in it and an overnight negligee. The bag is only like this big by this big. Like, you can barely carry a $100 bill and a lipstick in it. And I wonder if you put it over your shoulder, banging into stuff. Millions of dollars just dropping on the floor as you're, you know what I'm saying? As you're banging into stuff and the chips are falling off. If I had a bag like that, I would hold it in my hand. You know what? I would hold it in my cleavage and wear a really tight bra, you know? Look. So A.J. Gibson was here yesterday. He had the inside scoop, and we were talking about the former O.J. prosecutor Christopher Darden's daughter getting death threats because she's taken on the killer of Nipsey Hussle. Remember yesterday? Were you here yesterday? I'm sorry, but you miss a day, you miss a lot. Well, let me catch you up to speed. So, Christopher Darden, remember, he lost the O.J. case along with Marsha Clark, right? Black people were very upset that he was even going against O.J. Black people felt as though, you know, and he was getting death threats. He had to move houses. He and Marsha Clark both. Allegedly, because they were running and because their lives were in such peril, that's why allegedly they fell into each other's arms. They both deny it, but in my head, I believe something different. Anyway, so, Christopher's got this daughter, her name is Janae. And Janae is like 38 years old. She's a journalist in her own right. So, and a smart woman, too. All right. So, like USC, right, Norman? Master's degree from USC. So he's got a smart daughter. He lost the O.J. case. And he's representing the killer of Nipsey Hussle, who, by the way, they're having this wonderful celebration of Nipsey's life today at the Staples Center. Thursday. Yep. At the Staples Center. They're selling tickets and everything. Look at that. Yeah. Anyway, so the daughter, back to the daughter. The daughter posted a long message saying that she has nothing to say on the cases that her father takes. My question to you, I didn't get to this yesterday, but should he quit? I say no. What do you say? Should he quit? Clap if he should. She's getting death threats. He's probably getting death threats. Black people hate him because they feel as though, you know, here you go again. Now, it's a black killer, but the black killer killed a national treasure, Nipsey Hussle. 6 bullets. Allegedly, the killing was over. We didn't get to this with AJ yesterday, but we found out overnight. It was something about the killer being some sort of snitch in the hood. And so I guess the killer went home and got his gun and came back and shot Nipsey. And Nipsey wasn't dead after, you know, a bunch of rounds in him. And Nipsey moved, and the killer then said, you know, lights out, you know, whatever, allegedly, and killed Nipsey. It's just a horrible, horrible story. And if I were Christopher Darden, I would not quit. I'm gonna tell you why. You can't win for losing. Anywhere you go, people are like, yeah, if the don't fit, then we quit. Or whatever, you know, OJ's off and you helped get him off. Excuse me, and you prosecuted him. And my people have a problem with black on black thing. If it was a white person defending the killer, I venture to say we wouldn't be talking about the lawyer defending him. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? We talk race here at the show. We talk race. We talk race. And I venture to say also that the killer probably didn't reach out to Chris. The killer doesn't have money to pay Chris Darden. I bet you it was Chris that reached out to this case. Because Chris has been writing books since OJ. He's a high profile lawyer. He probably wants to be back in the spotlight. He sees that this is a spotlight case. So let me take on this killer. Act like he's innocent. Do you think if you're a lawyer that you always believe that your client is innocent? That's what I'm saying. I couldn't be a lawyer because you know. Anyway, we'll be following that. We'll also, on Thursday, or Friday at the very least, give you the goings-on at Nipsey Hussle's memorial service. I don't even want to call it a funeral. It's so horrible. There are going to be a whole bunch of celebrities there, and, you know, the Staples Center fits thousands and thousands of people. I bet you the place will be jam-packed with people outside, probably tailgating in the parking lot. You know. All right, so let's move along to Cardi B. Yeah. There's this place. I don't eat beef a lot. I eat beef sometimes. My doctors say that it's good for me. You know, I got off meat for a long time, and I dabble. Like, mostly I'm a fish person, but because I have thyroid, I can't eat a lot of that either because the mercury, oh God, I'm a mess. But there is this place, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about it. I'm doing the show, but I'm thinking about what I'm gonna have for lunch. I don't even know the name of it, so good, I'm not gonna shout you out, but like, I love a Philly cheesesteak. And you have to drive all the way to Philly to get a good cheesesteak. But there's this place that originated in Philly, and now they've opened in Brooklyn on Flatbush Avenue. And they were doing a special on it on TV, like on the news and stuff. Suzanne, the cheese was all like Cheese Whizzy, and it looked, I don't know the name of it. But can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? The fatso that I am. After the show today, I have a few things to do, but around 3 o'clock or, you know, up until like 10 o'clock tonight, I'll be free. At some particular point, I literally am gonna drive slowly, well, not me drive, but I'm gonna take the car slowly up and down Flatbush Avenue. Because I know if I see the name of the place, if I see the name, I'm gonna know it. So if you're gonna be on Flatbush Avenue and somebody's driving very slow with their blinkers on, with their flashers on, that's me looking for food. You know, this Cardi B, she opened up about motherhood. And first of all, I love this coat. It looks to me, no, she's getting a lot of backlash. The fur people are going after her, they're hating it. Here's my thing about fur. I don't want to kill an animal. I told you I didn't pull the trigger on the gun yesterday. If you didn't watch, oh well. I had a gun. But if an animal happens to be laying there, as opposed to making, you know, throwing it away, why not make a beautiful coat? This coat right here, right, I think it's like sheared sable, and it went in at the waist, and then it flared out at the hip. It's not doing it justice while she's sitting down. And she's so pretty, and she's so Cardi. So yesterday she spoke at the Beauty Expo here in New York. Can you believe beauty products have become that big that there's an actual expo for them? All the lipstick you can slather. Anyway, yeah, there's the coat, Isn't that fabulous? So anyway, she spoke about motherhood. And she was saying it's harder than she expected. She said when she was pregnant, and we did this on Hot Topics, I told you that she was saying this. When she was pregnant, she thought about, you know, she was gonna hire a nanny, and, you know, the baby would travel the world, and, you know, all the guys and girls around her would be the traveling family. But she's now confessed that it's harder than she thought because she doesn't trust anyone with her kid. Don't you remember that? Don't you remember that? I went back to work at 3 months, which a lot of people consider that criminal. I put Kevin in the daycare at 3 months because I'm also a working woman, and we've got to blend lives. I can't give it all up to be a stay-at-home mom, because that's not me, that's not my DNA. So I put him in the baby school, and the baby school, you know, these days, those baby schools are open until like 7, 8 o'clock at night. So mothers get a chance to work late or whatever. You know, we've got to work hard for our money. But I would get off the radio at Power 99 at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I would hot tail it out of the radio show and get right back home. My first stop would be, I would pick up baby Kevin. I would be there by 10:30 every single morning and take him. And I could have left him there until 7 o'clock at night, but I'm like, I feel bad enough I'm a working mom. I feel bad enough he's so brand new. I feel bad enough, oh God, you know that fight in your head. He'd be crying, I'd be changing diapers, I'd be damning myself like I could drop him back off at the baby. What am I doing? But I would have to have him and swap him and feel guilty about studying my Hot Topics for the next day for the show. But, you know, just a mess. Anyway, so, you know, she only wants her mom or her, she wants to leave Culture, that's her baby, with her mom or her sister, Aunt Hennessy. That's it. I trust that. You know, I didn't have that around, you know, on a regular basis, but that's it. That's it. Cardi also said that she worries that Culture's only 8 months old. Will forget about her when she travels. Right? That guilt? 3 months old, you barely know mommy, and now you're calling Susan at the baby school mommy? You know what I'm saying? No, there's only one mother around here. So I get it. I like the soft and pink hood side of Cardi. She's the real deal, man. She is. I like her. Oh my gosh. Attention, everyone. Now, you know, I am mourning that our guest today could not be here. She's got the family emergency. However, that means more hot topics for us. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, because we don't have a guest, we've got more hot topics, so grab a snack.